Okay, so let's have a look at the COVID-19 figures this week. We're currently standing at 423,571,724. And of course, that is up another 12, almost 13 million on the last week's sort of figures. Then the death toll definitely is a lot lower globally. We're at 5,884,187. We are up by around about 72,000 deaths globally. And of course, South Africa's figures have also been way below, or at least fluctuating just over 1,000, between 1,000 and I think it was 3,200. ZS6OP is returning. Okay, so we in South Africa have been reporting between 1,000 and plus minus 3,200 new cases, and the death toll again has been extremely low on a daily basis. I see that the last 24 hours only one COVID-19 death has now in actual fact been reported. Outside of that, I know that there's another pill, another one of these sort of assistance medications that has been approved by our regulator, and this is due to be released at some stage. But again, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that, very much along the same lines as the vaccine that South Africa is now going to be producing. So, yeah. Outside of that, guys, I don't have anything else to actually report on, except to say tonight is extremely hot. I see George has joined us now on Zoom as well. So good evening, George. Trust you are well. I wonder if any of you have got any questions there. If you do, just give me your call sign, George. You can just put your hand up in the air if you've got a question. Okay, George has got a question. So, George, I think you're going to have to cut. Oh, no, George hasn't got a question. George is just playing with his hand there. I don't know what he's trying to do in the dark. And Pierre, Adrian, you guys have anything you want to ask? ZS6OP is standing by. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's see if there's any other late check-ins that we'd like to be added to the bottom of the list. ZS6OP is standing by. Okay, nothing else heard. Guys, in that case, we're going to call it a night. Have an early night. Maybe enjoy some of the heat that we are experiencing instead of the wetness that we have been experiencing throughout the season. Of course, we'll catch you same place next week. 1900. Please don't forget it, listeners. If you want to contact me, please call me, and of course I will give you my cell phone number, and then I can also give you the Zoom link. And of course you can share that with other persons. That's not a problem at all. Having said that, in terms of COVID-19, we are still in a globally declared pandemic, and of course nationally we are still in a disaster situation. So please don't forget to wear masks in public, and physically distance yourself, sanitize your hands on a regular basis. This is by no means over at this point, and of course anything can happen, especially if you get a new variant, which I think a lot of the countries are expecting to come up as the seasons begin to change. And of course we are at that time of the year where for all intents and purposes South Africa now enters into the autumn months, and that's 2 months before we actually hit the winter. So any of this is possible. And then on a personal note, for the rest of everything else that you do, be safe, be prepared, and of course be happy. This is ZS6OP is releasing 145.625 for general use. Cheers all. There we go. Adrian and George, you can unmute. But what I'm going to do is, guys, I just want to try something. I want to